Just tell me when.
Go.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you today how to apply makeup. And just remember, the most important thing about putting on makeup is that the whole purpose of makeup is just to accent your natural beauty already. Okay? Okay. So first I'm going to show you the tools we have. If you could just zoom in here for a minute. Okay, we have, this is going to be your liner brush. This is going to go like on the crease part of your eye. This is the shadow brush. It's a little bit bigger if you see the difference. This is going to be my blush brush, and this is going to be my concealer foundation brush. Today I'm going to be using Stila liquid liner, which is my current favorite liner, and Sephora Outrageous Volume mascara, which is my current favorite mascara. These are my colors, and I will explain more about these colors momentarily, but first we're going to start with a good foundation. So here we go. Get your foundation brush and put a little dab of color. I like to start under my eyes because that's usually where I look the most tired. I always get a little bit on my lids because I want to make sure that the color that I'm using of eyeshadow will adhere a lot better if there's like a little bit of a foundation under there. You can also use a eyeshadow primer, but I find that concealer works just the same. This stuff that I'm using concealer is Clinique Acne Solutions is this one, but I also use a Perfect something rather for Clinique, and that one works pretty good. It used to be called Superfit. Okay, so I'm just gonna do like a basic coating all over my face, and this is what you should be doing right now too. Just all over your face. Just make special sure to get like any spots that are red or any like little bits of scar tissue you might have or little veins or anything like that. Alright, I'm going to call myself good. Put this lid back on. I'm not going to need that again, hopefully. Okay, next up is the colors. And I know that this can be a little complicated because sometimes there's a ton of colors, sometimes there are a couple colors. So I'm going to give you two different options. If you see a little eyeshadow packet that has two colors in it, one is going to be the darker, one's going to be the lighter. So if you have two color eyeshadow, this is what you're going to do. Here's your eye, here's your eyebrow. You're going to do the dark over here. Oh yeah, here's your nose. The dark is going to be on this side of your eyelid in the corner and just a little bit up above where your crease is. And then this is going to be where the lighter color is. And sometimes you can even add like another color, like a white right here. You can also do a little white right here. Or if you're going for a more darker, shadowy look, then you can also do a little bit of dark shadow underneath. If you're trying to make your eyes look smaller, then you should always use more dark eyeliner and shadow right here. If you're trying to make your eyes look bigger, if your eyes are kind of squinty, then just put a white liner right here and that'll make them be a little bit bigger. It's an optical illusion. Okay. So for a 4 color, this is how it's going to work, okay? You're going to take the shadow brush, you're going to do the darkest color first, and you're just going to put it right here in the corner of your eye, just like this. So you're going to kind of do the very edge and just up into where the crease is, where you open your eyes and it just will show just a tiny bit above where your crease is. So I'm going to do that to both sides, try to make it even. Not the end of the world if you mess up a little. Okay, so that's the first one. That's the darkest color, okay? So here, I'm going to draw you another picture up here. So here's your eye. Here's your eyebrow, nose right here, okay? So you're going to do the dark right here. Whoops, I can spell dark, I swear. Okay, so that's going to be like color number 1. That's this bottom color right here. Then you're going to do number 2. That's going to be this next darkest color, okay? Then 3 is going to go right here, and that's going to be the next lightest color. And then the very lightest color is going to be 4, and 4 is going to go all around up or over the top. And if it's too dark, then you can add some 4 over the dark. If it's too light, you can always add more of that darkest one over there. So all right. 4 is the lightest. Alright, so I'm just going to proceed with putting on my makeup for today. using that next darkest, and you're just gonna get it all the way to the eyelash line and kind of go over top of where you already were. You're really, this color really is just more about blending colors, so it's not like stark contrasting. I like to also use the actual like little eyeshadow brush when I do the other parts, because it seems like it goes a little bit more exactly where I want it. So this one you're just going to start in the very corner of your eye, and you're just going to work outward like this. Okay? And then we'll do the other side until it looks like it's sort of like blending. Okay, then we're going to do a...
Just look, close your eyes, look.
Okay. And then we're going to do the very lightest color next. I'm going to start in the corner and just kind of go over top of the other one. And then I'm going to work my way all the way like up right where my brow line is. Do that to both sides. The very lightest color. Just like that. Now, as you might notice, I've got some little like spots right here. It's okay. I usually use water to wipe it off, but you can also use tape. I've heard tape works really well if you want to keep tape in your bathroom and use that. I've also heard of some people using like tape or cotton underneath while they're doing this whole process, and then you can just lift it off. So it doesn't matter if you get anything on there. But for me, since I spilled some dust powder, just use water and a towel, and you want to be careful not to smudge off it too much of the makeup that's actually up above your eye. Just underneath is what I'm going for. Okay, so next up is going to be the liner. This one is liquid liners. It's a little bit different, but the concept is the same. You want to start to the very outside corner of your eye. I usually pull this a little tight just to make it nice and tight, and then you're just gonna get as close to your eyelash line as you can. Just like this. And you can do thicker if you want it thicker, or less thick if you don't want it to be quite as dramatic. And just keep in mind that even though it might not be perfect in the beginning, practice makes perfect. And you don't have to, you don't have to have a place to go to put makeup on for practice. You can just be at home and practice on a day when you have nowhere to go, rainy day. Alright. I'm going to call that good for now. At this point, you could also use a eyelash curler if you so desire. Today I don't really feel like using it because I just used it yesterday and it's still kind of, my lashes are up. It's also a good idea to do that in the beginning, I guess, after, you could do it after concealer or before. So at this point I'm just going to, hopefully you know how to apply mascara. I usually just start at the bottom, work my way out, try to get all the parts of my eye that have a little bits of shadow on it. And I also like to twist it when I'm under, like this, and it will actually help kind of curl your eyelash back while it's a little wet, so it'll stay up a little better. So there's that one. Just kind of fluff it out a little. Do the same thing with the other side. Alright, and you can do ones on the bottom if you want to, or if you don't, that's okay too. Like I said, practice makes perfect. Alright, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful. See you later!